This is For Now, a Morgan Cross FBI suspense thriller, Book 7, written by Blake Pierce, read by Theresa. Prologue. A sliver of moonlight sliced through the thin curtains, casting a pale glow on Mrs. Jenkins's face as she lay in her bed, deep in slumber. The quilted blanket rose and fell with her shallow breaths, each one slow and steady like the ticking of a clock. Her silver hair framed her face in wisps, her wrinkled hands resting atop the blanket, their veins tracing intricate patterns beneath her skin. The small bedroom was modestly decorated, filled with antique furniture and knickknacks that spoke to the long life she had lived. Shadows danced on the walls, shifting between moments of silence and the distant hum of a passing car outside. It was an ordinary night, but not for long. Suddenly, Mrs. Jenkins gasped, her eyes snapping open. Her heart pounded against her chest like a caged animal, and her breath caught in her throat. She couldn't shake the eerie feeling that had settled over her like a shroud, the unnerving sensation that she wasn't alone. Her gaze darted around the room, searching for any sign of disturbance, any clue that might explain her sudden awakening. And then she saw him. He stood near the foot of her bed, a shadowy figure so still he could have been mistaken for another piece of furniture. But this was no ordinary man. His presence radiated a sinister energy that set her nerves on edge. A chill ran down her spine, and she clutched the blanket tighter to her chest, her knuckles turning white from the intensity of her grip. "Who are you?" she croaked, her voice barely more than a whisper as fear constricted her throat. "What do you want?" The man didn't answer, but the air around him seemed to grow colder and heavier, suffocating her with its weight. Mrs. Jenkins could feel her pulse quicken, her mind racing with thoughts of what he might do, what he might be capable of. And yet, despite her terror, a small part of her refused to succumb entirely to fear. She was no stranger to hardship, having lived through wars, recessions, and the heartache of losing loved ones. Her life had been one of resilience and determination, and she would not let this intruder take that away from her. "Answer me," she demanded, her voice shaking but defiant. The man remained silent, his shadowy form unmoving in the moonlight. But Mrs. Jenkins knew, deep in her bones, that whatever he wanted, it wouldn't be good. And if she had any hope of escaping this nightmare, she'd have to confront this mysterious figure head-on and face the danger with all the courage she could muster. "Mrs. Jenkins," the man said in a calm, almost...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?